Kenneth Walker is in. That's him, number 9, moving around. And he gets the football. Walker stays on his feet. Cuts back across the middle of the field. Kenneth Walker down to the 27 and a first down. Couple already here. Walker with a big hole. Kenneth Walker with a first down to the 36-yard line.
Gino will turn around and hand it off, and there's Walker's first big run of the game, and it's a huge hole. Kenneth Walker, the 21-year-old rookie, is going for 69 yards into the end zone, and we're tied at 31. And Matt, Seattle now has 6 plays of 32 yards or more in this game.
That was a really good shot. You see that right there? So that's the 6th of the 32 yards longer, but it was his eyes. Watch his eyes. His eyes are going this way, but they're really seeing back here. He's seeing the backside, and if you overcommit to the top side, he's going to take advantage of it right away. And he knew when he got to that second level, and you saw the quarterback getting his hands up in the air. He saw the same thing.
Big snap. Kenneth Walker takes the direct snap and all the way across the 45 for a Seahawks first down. He had that dazzling 69-yard touchdown run in New Orleans last week.
And surprised them with the run.
So the defensive substitution, both teams going up tempo, and there's Kenneth Walker. Down around the 20 of Arizona.
Been the call. It was thrown a little bit late. I'm just trying to get the benefit of the doubt to the officials. That couldn't have been the call.
Walker with some tough runs. Kenneth Walker to the 10. Slippery as a salmon. Kenneth Walker. Walker with a move through the goal line. Kenneth Walker, and that's a Seahawk touchdown.
He'll be the guy, Rashad Penny, out with a leg injury for the remainder of the year. Here's Walker's second carry, a little hesitation, and then that burst of speed, and Walker out of bounds near midfield. You can see in this run why they love this kid, Mark.
Here goes that 13 personnel again.
3 tight ends, Walker running behind him. Walker finding a crease into the end zone. It's a touchdown. 3rd of the year for the Michigan State rookie. And Seattle with a 13-0 lead on the road.
But watch him stop and start and get the defense to flow this way. Watch right there. He's going to put his foot in the ground and slam on the brakes and get back up inside. I mean, the defense bought.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Fant in motion, Walker the give, Walker breaks contact, Walker a first down, and Walker all the way down. 2nd and 9 at the 38. Walker straight ahead, look at that power at the end of the run. Walker all the way out to the 49 for a first down.
For the team and for those players individually.
There's Walker on first down, gets the edge, Walker down the sideline, he's got the speed, Walker chugging down the sideline, can he outrace Michael Davis? He can! 74 yards, and Kenneth Walker may have just put it on ice for Seattle.
First time going over 100 yards. 23 carries, and this is the best one. Watch him just capture the edge. Will Dissly got away with a questionable block there on the edge, but there goes Walker, and nobody's going to catch him. How about the blocking on the perimeter? I mean, there's no doubt he's a complete back. He can catch it, he can run it. He's got the top end speed. He's definitely got the toughness. Look at had Seattle out of sorts, and now they're back in the driver's seat.
Ooh, Walker able to reverse his field. Walker inside the 10, barreling over tacklers. Walker dances his way for the touchdown.
He hit the thriller. This play is supposed to go here no matter what. When he cuts back, he is completely on his own. And watch him make 1, 2, 3 guys miss, all on his own. on his way to the end zone and then hit the Thriller dance a couple days before Halloween. Whew. I mean, that's some awareness to elude all those defenders, but I'm talking the Thriller.
It's going to show there, but if you can get on that hip and stay tight, might have had a chance for a big run to the right.
That time goes right through the hole, and Kenneth Walker trying to run over Buda Baker. Hand off to Walker. First down. Kenneth Walker Jr. still pumping down to the 1 yard line.
Huge part of this organization moving forward for the next several years.
And here he is into the end zone. And it's the first time that either team has led by 2 scores today. But still a long 2.5 minutes to go for Seattle to try to get this win. Here's Walker. Walker, first down, staying on his feet and staying inbounds to keep the clock moving. Walker looking for an alley. And Walker pounding his way into the end zone for a touchdown. One of the best fourth quarter rushers. 2 touchdowns.
Next gen, old gen, any gen knows they got to go fast now. And Geno Smith with a screen to Walker. First down and more. Nice gain on first down for Walker. Jamie Erdahl.
Pass breakups or interceptions this year.
Walker to the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh, you have got to play contain here if you're Jayon Brown. Watch. He's the guy at the end. He's responsible for the cutback. Walker sees it, and then once you give him that angle, he is gone. And that's a running back. Credit the Raiders up front for limiting what Walker can do running the football.
7 carries for 19 yards. Geno to throw, no. To the side, and this is Walker again, and here goes Walker on the sideline.
Another example of a player that's wide open for Smith to hit.
Here's Walker. Walker to the 5. Pushing his way to the end zone. Did he get there? He did!
And Kenneth Walker just drives. Look at those strong legs. He's just going to back in there and drive himself, force himself into the end zone.
Now Lockett in motion. This is Walker on first down. Keeping whole. Walker bouncing to the outside.
Oh, baby.
Kenneth Walker ducks out of bounds near midfield.
Second down and 2 for Seattle from their own 44-yard line. Walker to the outside. It's around the corner. Nice run. Back on the bench, but can get back in the game. Meanwhile, the pass is thrown underneath to Walker with a ton of room, and Kenneth Walker will take the ball to the 10-yard line.
Can Seattle put something together? They'll try with Walker on the ground to the right side, and Walker has some room on the sideline.
From Geno Smith, that was a little low.
Toss play to Walker, trying to get to the edge. Nice cutback by Walker.
Oh, he's going to go!
And Walker down the sideline out of bounds at midfield.
From the 27-yard line, that's Ken Walker, the rookie, who's loose. Walker across midfield, and down the sideline he goes. Inside the 50 to the Jets.
Damian Lewis, left guard on the left side of the line.
Pressure on Smith, he gets rid of it. Walker slips a tackle after a juggle and catch. And he worms his way.
He came in for Nick Scott, who's been out with a shoulder. And in the backfield, Walker able to spin away from Floyd. There's Geno out there blocking, and Walker turns nothing into something. And a first down out of bounds at the 36.